Alright, let's dive into something that's both timeless and deeply personal, songs from the 60s that were born out of real relationship drama. Now, what makes this really interesting is how these artists turned their most vulnerable moments into art that still resonates today. It's not just about the music, it's about the raw, unfiltered emotions that we all recognize, even decades later. Personally, I think there's something almost therapeutic about how these songwriters channeled their pain into something universal. So, let's break it down. First up, For No One by the Beatles. On the surface, it's a track from Revolver, but dig a little deeper, and you'll find it's Paul McCartney's reflection on his relationship with Jane Asher. What many people don't realize is that this song isn't just about a breakup, it's about the realization that sometimes love isn't enough. McCartney himself called it a song about rejection, and that's what makes it so powerful. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just a personal story, it's a universal one. We've all been there, right? That moment when you realize something's not working, no matter how much you want it to. What this really suggests is that even the biggest stars struggle with the same human experiences as the rest of us. Now, let's shift gears to Bob Dylan's Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. This one's often misunderstood. A lot of people hear it as a love song, but Dylan himself said it's more of a self-talk moment. Inspired by his relationship with Suze Rotolo, it's about finding a way to cope with loss. What makes this fascinating is the contrast between how it's perceived and what it actually is. It's not about romanticizing the past, it's about moving forward. From my perspective, this song is a masterclass in how art can be both personal and open to interpretation. It's like Dylan's giving us permission to feel better, even if it's just for a moment. Finally, we've got Joni Mitchell's I Had a King. This one hits close to home, because it's about her first marriage to Chuck Mitchell, a relationship she described as a marriage of convenience. The lyrics are so vivid. I had a king dressed in drip dry and paisley, and they paint a picture of two people who just aren't on the same page. One thing that immediately stands out is how Mitchell captures the tension between love and incompatibility. It's not just about the drama, it's about the quiet realization that sometimes you're just not meant to be. What this really suggests is that even in the midst of a relationship, you can feel utterly alone. If you take a step back and think about it, these songs aren't just about the 60s or the artists who wrote them. They are about the human experience. Personally, I think that's why they've stood the test of time. They are not just melodies and lyrics, they are reflections of moments we've all lived through. This raises a deeper question. What does it say about us that we are still drawn to these stories of heartbreak and misalignment? Maybe it's because, in their vulnerability, these artists remind us that we are not alone. And that, in my opinion, is the magic of music. So, the next time you hear one of these songs, don't just listen, feel it. Because that's where the real story lies.